Well, he's one of many who've come out this morning to just pay their respects and show support for the school and all those who have been affected. It's just been a couple of days since the tragic incident, and there's still a lot of emotion and support that is needed at the school. We also know that there's been those quite controversial comments made about the deaths of the 4 pupils, and we do understand that the DA has taken action around that as well. So we're just quickly going to speak to the DA, Salim Smanga, just about why have you come out just to show support today?
Well, I think it's important to, as a nation, to really reflect on what has happened, and the unfortunate incidents or comments that had actually been made by people who don't have any kind of inkling what it is to lose a loved one. As a nation, we are mourning. I mean, this is a facility that, if you're looking at it, doesn't reflect anything that would suggest that what happened could have happened. But it then says that there's a lot that needs to be done in our country. We need to ensure that things like this never ever have to happen again. But sadly so that as you were saying in your introductory notes, that there are those that would have had it gone and said all sorts of things that are insensitive, number one, but two, that are racially toned. And for me, I think that talks about the kind of country that is sick, that the kind of thinking that is very, very wrong, that we should be condemning. In all our being, we should be condemning what has happened here, and what actually should, or we should be condemning what the BLF, the leadership of the BLF, has actually said.
So what action are you taking, not to go into too much politics specifically on a day like today, but we understand you've approached the Human Rights Commission and you will also be petitioning the IEC?
Yes, the party has actually taken a stance that we're going to approach the IEC and the Human Rights Commission, because we believe that the keys that that passed on here was not by their own design. And you don't choose to be born black or white. You don't choose that. You are born what you are, and we need to reflect and say the history is what history is. But we need to be building a non-sexist, non-racial society that is actually looking at bringing people together instead of dividing people. And what BLF has done actually goes to show that we still have a part of society that is not willing to build a non-racial society, and we cannot continue to do that. So what we are doing is to make sure that we're supporting the families, we're supporting the school, we're supporting the Department of Education, but we're standing with South Africans that are in this morning session right now. But going forward, we are standing with those that are saying we are ready to build a non-racial, non-sexist society going forward.
Okay, thank you very much. There you have it, just one of many, as I've mentioned, coming out to show support. We understand that counselling is underway actually here at the school. This morning it was first the teachers and then some of the students who needed it, specifically from today, also with a focus on the grade 12s. We also understand that they are hoping to reopen the school next week, maybe Monday, but that will all depend on what happens during this week, how the school and those affected deals with what happened, and as well the important safety clearance that they need for school to resume and for parents to be able to send their kids to school with peace at heart. We also understand that the 4 families will be allowed to have private ceremonies or burials for the 4 children who lost their lives going forward, and after that they will be looking at a joint memorial service for the 4 pupils.